I just want to talk real quick about Language Arts Module 3. All right, so fourth grade, Language Arts Module 3. I'm going to show you this checklist that just shows you what the different parts of this module are. But I also want to explain that you're not going to do the pretest. Okay, so I turned that off. You'll start with Module 3, Lesson 1. And in this unit, the big writing piece you're going to be doing is an opinion piece. All right, but that's not the only thing that you'll be doing, right? You're going to be doing reading strategies and word strategies and all kinds of things. And I think that you'll have some fun with this one, okay? Some different types of texts. So Module 3, Lesson 1, Module 3, Lesson 2, Module 3, Lesson 3, and Lesson 4 and 5. I am not having you do the assessment, okay? I'm not having you do the big test because I do, well, actually, you don't do the 3-6 discussion-based or the big assessment, because instead, right before we go into winter break, you're going to do a different type of assessment that's just kind of like a learning check for fourth grade at the middle of year, okay? So what are you focused on? Module 3, Lessons 1 through 5, okay? Now, I gave you some deadlines for those, so you will know what to expect. And if you look at Module 3, Lesson 1 in Buzz, it starts off like they all do with an introduction, and it's kind of introducing you to the topic. You're going to practice with context clues and unknown words. This is something you've done before already, but I still need to see that you're able to do that. Okay, finding words you don't know and using context and prior knowledge to come to an understanding of what that word means. Then you're going to start writing your opinion essay. All right, you should be using complete sentences. You should be able to recognize whether something is a fragment, which is not a complete sentence, or a run-on where maybe you should have had a couple sentences, but you just kept on writing it. So at the end of Lesson 1, what you will do, and you will have done this in the lesson as you go through the pages, right, is you will have started your work towards the writing prompt for the whole unit. So you are reading a Greek myth about Arachne and the informational text about spiders. So one of them is fiction and one is nonfiction. And then you are going to write your opinion piece, and this will take you a couple weeks. Is Athena justified in turning Arachne into a spider? Justified. Someone is justified. That means that they did something for the right reason, that they made the right choice. Okay, so do you think it was right for Athena to turn Arachne into a spider? And you are going to need to use some evidence to support your opinion. You're not doing this all at once. You're doing it piece by piece. So in Lesson 1, you start off working on your graphic organizer. Yeah, in Kami, of course. It gives you instructions, and in the lesson, it's gonna help you know what to do. But you've got to have a good hook, okay? Your controlling idea is where you respond to the prompt. So you look at the prompt, and you'll say, I think Athena was justified, or I think Athena was not justified in turning Arachne into a spider. So you very clearly state what you think. Okay, and you're going to start planning here. Doesn't have to be perfect, you're planning. What are some transitional words you could use? What are some reasons? What is some evidence? And you're going to have 2 complete body paragraphs and a conclusion. So an introduction, body paragraph, conclusion. So this isn't where you're writing the whole paragraph. This is where you are planning. So that's what you start in Lesson 1, right? Lesson 2, you will continue to work on your writing. As you go through the lesson, it will tell you. But Lesson 2 will have a quiz. Okay, so Lesson 2, you're not going to attach something and turn it in. You will do the quiz. But lesson 3, you will have to attach something again. So you're going to show more work. So if I go to lesson 3 and I look at the last page where it tells us what we're turning in, same writing prompt, right? The same one for the whole module. And this time you're going to submit your first paragraph, okay? So your first body paragraph. So you did the graphic organizer. You're going to use what you have on a graphic organizer, and you're going to start writing in a Google Doc, right? So you open your Google Doc, and you're going to put your name, and you're going to put language, arts, module 3, writing. Bam. And you can come back and you can use this each time. So this isn't my published version, right? Not my final draft. So I'm going to say body paragraph 1. Okay, before that will be the introduction. But for right now, I'm just going to, what's my body paragraph 1? This you will attach to the submission for lesson 3 so that I can see not only did you work on your graphic organizer, but now you have one of your paragraphs done. Okay? So as you go into lesson 4, you are continuing to read, okay? You're continuing to read about the same topic. And in lesson 4, you're going to take a quiz. So you're showing your skills that you've learned. And lesson 5, you're going to show some more of what you're learning with the quiz. Again, you're looking at the same texts. You're just practicing different skills. All right? When you get to lesson 6, oh, you don't have lesson 6. Hold on. Meow. Goddess and the spider. So, you will... Once you finish lesson 5 and your writing should be done, I want you to look at your writing. I want you to make sure that you did your very best. You follow the directions in the lesson, and you will email me that writing, okay? Because I want to see it. I want to see your opinion writing. Did you support your opinion with details and evidence? Then the last thing you're going to do before winter break is this touch point, okay? It is like, where are you at? It's the middle of the year as a 4th grader. So module 3, you're working on an opinion writing, okay? You're going to have context clue graphic organizers. You're going to read The Weaver's Destiny, okay? And it is set like a play. You're also going to read a nonfiction passage that talks about spiders. So you're using both of those texts to support your opinion on what happened in the fiction text. You'll use your opinion writing graphic organizer, and it's even going to give you an example, right? It's going to give you an example. You can't copy it. You have to give your own opinion. But in the example, they show you, how did this person plan? Where was the evidence? And then how did they turn that into their writing? You'll get this good writer's checklist. Okay, you've got your graphic organizers. You've got your rubric, which shows what you should be able to do. And you're using The Weaver's Destiny. And you're using, here's another one, Tangled in Pride. It's a poem about the play that you've read. Okay, have some fun with this. Okay, you are going to practice writing good hooks. All right, you are going to read some different types of texts. It just keeps repeating itself here. And you are going to be comparing the poem, a story, a play, and nonfiction all on the same topic. How are they the same? How are they different? Okay? So these are all the things that you're going to see in Module 3. Okay, there's a lot to do, but I think it's fun. I think you're going to really like it, right? You'll practice summaries. You'll practice finding themes. Cursive practice, which, remember, cursive practice, if you just have paper, practice it on the screen with your finger, and then practice it on paper with a pencil or pen. So if you have questions, you know where to find me. I'm in my Zoom at 10 and at 1, and I will probably be talking about this in the mornings at class. But this has to be done. So much work. Get it done. All right. So if you complete it all, then you earn the Hercules Beetle Badge. Kind of cool. All right. That's it.